limits. Liberal, irreverent, oh, and really, really gay.
Well, hi, y'all. Welcome to Gay Mass. Thanks for listening. Doing the Gay Mass show today here from Dallas, Texas at 12:30 a.m. on Tuesday, the 28th of October, 2014. Welcome to the show. If you're listening for the first time, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time out of your morning, get a job, and listening to my show. Oops, there goes the fucking mail thing. Sorry, let me turn that off. There we go. So anyway, today, by the way, if you haven't heard about me before, if you've never been to the show, you can always go to offlimitshow.com and you can listen to the show there live when the show is on the air. You can also go to Spreaker.com. Hold on a second. Sorry. You can also go to, you can subscribe on iTunes to Off Limits Show, also to Gay Mass and to Brain Purge, shows I do on here, all of them. So feel free to join us. And also you can always call in if you like at 2143. Oh my God, I don't remember the number. I'll tell you later. It's been so long since I've opened the phone lines. But you can always email me as well or tweet me at Off Limits Show. And also on Facebook, be sure to like me and subscribe on Facebook. And if you do sign up on the website, you can become a subscriber and actually get access to the free newsletter and win games and prizes and fun things like that. So be sure to sign up on there if you're interested. So, excuse me, tonight we're talking about several things on my mind that are going on in the gay world, in the gay arena. One of the things is, well, first of all, let's talk about Renee Zellweger. You know, being gay people, we notice these things. And it's like amazing to me. And in case you don't know, I'm sure you do, that, you know, Renee Zellweger came out with her new look recently. And she's been on public and very public about the fact that, well, she's been public anyway. But she hasn't been public about the fact that her face has changed dramatically. You know, before she had really kind of squinty eyes and she had a really cute face. And I liked the way she looked. I never disliked the way she looked at all. I thought she was cute. But I guess that wasn't enough for Hollywood to cast her in more roles or leading lady roles or whatever. She always played like the girlfriend or whatever, except, of course, in Bridget Jones's Diary, you know, and that kind of thing that she did really well in. But I think it's like, you know, anyway, the change is incredibly drastic. She obviously had her eyes done and she had her face done or facelift or something. I don't know what all she did. But the thing is that bothers me is not that she had surgery. What bothers me is that she lies about it. She was asked about her, you know, surgery or whatever and asked if she had anything done. And she said, oh, well, if people think I've had anything done, you know, that's just great. That just, you know, I am living healthier. If I look happy, that's why I'm happier and I'm living healthier and I'm just in a great place right now, blah, blah, blah. I mean, seriously, do you think we're like fucking stupid? I mean, obviously you've had dramatic facial surgery. So it just is incredibly, incredibly amazing to me that she would even try to act like she didn't have anything done. It's like, you know, if it's like you know someone, and, you know, the thing about celebrities is we know them all, right? They're like in our living rooms, in our homes, and we go to the theater to watch them. So in some subconscious way, at least, if not conscious, but subconscious way, it's like we know them. It's like they're part of our family or our friends or whatever, or friends in our head, as Wendy Williams may say. And it's, so it's always, you know, in some way we feel like we know them. And so it's like if you had a really good friend who came over, you know, one day and then the following week came over and looked like a completely different person and said, oh, I just got rested. I just feel in a really good place this week and I've had a really great week and, oh, I just feel really good. And just when it's obvious that they had their fucking face changed. Anyway, I just thought it was hilarious to me. And I don't know, you know, people, you know, I have nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong in my book with plastic surgery. If you want to do that, if you need it to make yourself feel better about yourself, so be it. Excuse me. But it is not, to me, it's not appropriate to lie about it. just say you're just refreshed or whatever. I mean, it's not like it's uncommon for people to lie about it, but when it's as drastic as her change, I think it's really ridiculous. Anyway, and then there was Tiny, that chick, Tiny. She's married to T.I. or whatever. I don't know if you've heard about this, but she actually had her eye color changed permanently. Apparently, there is a procedure in Africa or Japan or somewhere, and they can change your eye color completely from, brown to blue or to green, or from green to brown, or whatever you want, or gray, or any color you want. They can change your eye color permanently. And I'm not really sure about the procedure. I know the procedure takes 15 minutes per eye, they said. But I don't know if they put dye in your eye or I don't have a clue how it's actually done. But it is real, and it's not allowed in the United States at all. So in the U.S., it's completely like illegal or banned or whatever. But in other countries, like I said and mentioned, it is available. So anyway, she had her eyes changed from like from dark brown. She's black, dark brown to an icy blue or gray color. And they actually look really good on her because she colors her hair blonde and everything. She looks really good. She's got kind of a lighter complexion. And so it looks good on her, but it's just, I mean, the bad thing about it is that, excuse me, the thing about it is that she actually is risking cataracts. It says that the risks of her cataracts, blindness, I don't know, a whole list of shit on there, glaucoma, all these other things that can happen to you as a result of this surgery. And that's why it's not available in America. Oh, hey, Jaded Productions. I see you in there. They removed the melatonin. You think? I don't know. I think you mean melanin. Yeah, that would make sense if you mean melanin. The melatonin is in your brain, and that's something that makes you go to sleep. It regulates your sleep. But melanin is what's in your skin and in your eye color and your hair color and stuff. That makes sense. Yeah, that would make sense that they remove your melanin. So that would make sense. But whatever they do, I think it's a bad idea. I mean, for me, that surgery they can do, like LASIK surgery, where they can give you perfect eye vision, 20/20 or close to it or whatever. And, I have astigmatism, and I'm nearsighted, so I can't see far away without my glasses. I can see close up and read and stuff, but I can't see far away. And so, and I have astigmatism as well. So sometimes it's like hard to focus, even if I have perfect vision or whatever. Sometimes I have a little problem focusing. It's not real bad, but I do have it. Anyway, so I've never gotten that surgery because I have the scariest thing to me is having some needle or machine poking me in my eye or whatever. Like when you go to the eye doctor and they do that glaucoma test on you, which is the one they puff the air in your eye. I know it's coming, and so I tense up. I'm like, oh my God, it's coming. It doesn't hurt or anything. It's like a shock. And so, anyway, my point is I just could never have that surgery because it just really scares the shit out of me to have anything in or near my eye. So I was like, no, thank you. But anyway, that's that. But I just think it's really stupid. And I don't know, people want to change their appearance. Like I said earlier, that's fine. But and I've said before, I don't think I need any plastic surgery yet, but I think as I get older, when I'm in my 60s or something, or maybe my late 50s or whatever, I may have like a chin lift or I don't know, eye lift or something like that. But I'm not going to have anything drastic like a facelift or anything like that. And I may have Botox or something. I don't know. I'm not opposed to those things as I get older. I'm definitely vain. I'm not conceited, but I am vain. I definitely am very concerned with my appearance and how I'm perceived. So I am very vain. So for me, it won't be a big step for me to actually have something done. But I also, as I said, don't like surgery. So I probably will opt for if I have to, do something like Botox or whatever, I'll do that. Anyway, next topic. So I don't know if you guys have seen the viral video about DFW's brawl that happened, I think it was a few days ago at DFW Airport here in Dallas. There was if you haven't seen the video, you can go online and search for DFW gay bashing or homophobia or whatever, or homophobe. the one guy was, I don't know, this gay guy, I guess he's gay. I don't know if he's even gay, but he was wearing a pink shirt and he was taking pictures of some guy at the airport. I don't know if he's taking pictures of the guy that assaulted him or of someone else or what, but the guy, the homophobe guy saw him taking pictures of him or someone else and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" You know, whatever. And he went up to him and said, "You know, you don't take my fucking picture, you fucking faggot." And the guy's like, "It's a free country," or something like that. And the guy took his jacket off. He obviously was inebriated and took his jacket off and said, "Fuck you, faggot," or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said. But then he goes up to him and he kicks him in the nuts or something, and he pushes him. He starts to attack him, and then all these guys, this guy in a cowboy hat, this like redneck guy in a cowboy hat goes, "No, motherfucker, we're not having that happen here, motherfucker," to the homophobe, which is really surprising because you would think he would be on his side because, you know, we are in Texas. But no, he was totally taking it up for the other guy and saying, "Not here, motherfucker." And he lunged at the guy who was attacking the gay guy, or the presumed gay guy, and he wrestled him to the ground. And these other people came up behind him and were helping. And one of the people who came up and was wrestling or tackling the guy looked exactly like Paul Rudd. Okay. And it's amazing to me that this guy looked exactly like Paul Rudd. Okay. So much so that that D Magazine, which is our big magazine here, it's a big glossy magazine we have in Dallas. It's the magazine for Dallas, and New York Times and some other Instinct magazine, some other outlets had reported that Paul Rudd was one of the guys who tackled the homophobe at the airport, that he was there on a connecting flight somewhere. And so it was even reported, and then it came out that his publicist released a statement saying that was not Paul Rudd, that he was not there. And so it just like everybody was like let down because he was, you know, Paul Rudd is like just the cutest guy in the world and so like nice and just down to earth and like funny and whatever. And anyway, it was just disappointing it wasn't him because when it was him, it was like, oh my God, even more reason to love Paul Rudd. I was like so happy that he was doing it. But anyway, it wasn't Paul Rudd. It was some other dude. But it's just funny because media can really just jump on something without verifying or checking the facts or anything and just saying, oh, that's Paul Rudd. And I understand why they did, because the guy really does look like Paul Rudd. I mean, truly like him. If you don't know who Paul Rudd is, by the way, he's an actor. I mean, he was in 40, This Is 40, that movie This Is 40. And he was in that movie with Jennifer Aniston, the gay one. He played the gay guy. My best friend's affection, or some shit like that. I can't remember the name of the movie. I have it, but I can't remember what it's called. But anyway, he was in the Clueless as the brother of Cher, stepbrother of Cher. And anyway, so he's awesome. I love him, but too bad it wasn't him. All right, so another thing I wanted to talk about was monogamy and gay relationships. I was reading an article about it a few days ago, or I was actually listening to Dan Savage's show, which I'm sure you've all heard before. If you haven't listened to Dan Savage's show, you really should. He's like so awesome, and if you don't know who he is, you've got to find out who he is. He's awesome. I've known about him for many, many, many years, since I was actually a teenager reading Advocate when I was in 1990, 89, 90. I was openly gay when I was a teenager. I was reading Dan Savage's columns and stuff. So anyway, he is kind of a sex columnist. He's gay and everything. And he was talking about monogamy and in relationships in general, and how people, you know, will get married and then the sex will get stale, or the relationship gets stale, or something just begins to be missing or whatever. And the people are unhappy, or one of them is unhappy or whatever. And so, for example, he was giving an example of a man who was in a relationship with a woman, or married to a woman for many years, like 10 years or something like that, not a long time. And she refused to have sex with him. For whatever reason. She didn't want to have sex. She just had lost her libido, he said, and had no interest in sex at all, ever, with her. And so he